Hello everybody, welcome to your channel Learn Spanish with Deluxe. So it's time to learn your who, what, when, where, why, and how in Spanish. These are the most common basic Spanish question words you need to get the answers you want. A good thing to note is question words. When used as a question, all have an accent mark. When they're used in a statement, you drop the accent mark. So we have quién, quién, who. When asking about one person, you say quién. But when asking about more than one person, you have to change it to its plural form, which is quiénes. If you need to say whose, you would use the quién. Examples. ¿Quiénes? Who is it? ¿Quiénes? ¿Quiénes son? Who are they? ¿Quiénes son? ¿De quiénes son estos libros? Whose books are these? Whose books are these? ¿De quiénes son estos libros? Okay? ¿Qué or cuál? What or which? In Spanish, what has two different words, ¿qué and cuál? This get a little confusing, but an easy way to remember it is that ¿qué has only one factual answer possible. You use cuál to ask about a personal opinion or choice between options. Cuál is a bit closer to which. In some cases, here are some examples. ¿Qué haces ahora? What are you doing right now? ¿Qué es esto? What's that? ¿Cuál es tu favorito? Which is your favorite? ¿Cuál es tu película favorita? What is your favorite movie? If asking about something that's plural, ¿cuál becomes cuáles? Like in the last example. If you instead asked, what are your favorite movies? It would be, ¿cuáles son tus películas favoritas? Okay, we have cuándo. Cuándo. When. When. To ask when is easy. You say cuándo. The only thing to note here is you can't use cuándo when you're asking for a specific time in hours and or minutes. For that, the question is ¿a qué hora? As in, ¿a qué hora es la película? What time is the movie? ¿A qué hora es la película? Here are some examples with cuándo. ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? When is your birthday? ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? ¿Cuándo vas a ir? When will you go? ¿Cuándo vas a ir? We have ¿dónde? ¿Dónde? Where? Where? ¿Dónde means where, but it has two other forms based on the preposition you use with it. ¿A dónde means to where, while the dónde means from where. Example. ¿Dónde vives? Where do you live? ¿Dónde vives? ¿A dónde vas? To where are you going? ¿A dónde vas? ¿De dónde eres? Where are you from? ¿De dónde eres? We have ¿por qué? Or ¿para qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Para qué? Why? The difficult por versus para situation, it can be a bit difficult to know when to use which. It helps you to think of para qué as what for, or to understand the purpose of something, and think of por qué as why, or to understand the cause of something. ¿Por qué dices eso? ¿Por qué dices eso? Why do you say that? What caused you to say that? ¿Para qué estás aprendiendo español? What are you learning Spanish for? For what reason or purpose? ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo? How? ¿Cómo is fairly straightforward, asking how someone is, how they do something, and so on. But it doesn't apply to how much or how many. I'll come to that next. For example, ¿Cómo está usted? How are you? ¿Cómo hiciste eso? How did you do that? We have cuánto, cuánta, cuántos, cuántas, how many and how much. Cuánto and cuántos are the masculine singular and plural forms, and they mean how much or how many. Cuánta and cuántas are the feminine singular and plural forms. They change based on the gender of the noun you counting. ¿Cuántas manzanas? How many apples? ¿Cuántos aguacates? How many avocados? ¿Cuánta agua? How much water? ¿Cuánto té? How much tea? So let's learn how to say I have a question in Spanish. When you need to ask a question, there are a few ways you can lead into it or ask permission. The most straightforward way is Tengo una pregunta. I have a question. If your other options are ¿Puedo hacerte una pregunta? ¿Puedo hacerte una pregunta? Can I ask you a question? Tengo una pregunta para ti. I have one question for you. Tengo una pregunta para ti. I have one question for you. You can replace una with the number word for how many questions you have, such as dos preguntas. ¿Puedo preguntarte algo? May I ask you something?